this. Is there anything you want the fans to know or any last thing you want to say to them before we get to see this series tonight?
This is where the fun begins.
Hold on. Okay.
All right, hey everyone, Jedi Mike 7 here, and I'm back with another video. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you, good to see some of you guys again. I already see some folks in the chat right now. Shout out to Trash Can Wave in the comments. Man, he said, "Eyes are window of soil. We are so ever have eyes, let them see. But when you don't got ears, your ears should be." Yeah, we got a lot to talk about here. I'm not gonna be here long. This wasn't planned. I know my co-host here, Jay King. Shout out to him though. This was just some random stream I'm just doing, just to just kind of give like a rundown of D23, what was covered, and everything like that. Also shout out to bitch ass nigga. Sorry, Mandrell. Shout out to him as well. But yeah. So this was a big week. Last week was D23. For those of you guys don't know what D23 was, is basically a big convention con for Disney and all things Disney, including Marvel, including Star Wars, and also Pixar, Disney animation, other stuff like that. That's part of in terms of Disney properties, and there was a lot of things that were covered, and so we're gonna go over that today. I'm just gonna go over like a run list down. But before I get started, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, comment, like, and share. Let you guys know about the topics they're going to be covering over here. I will probably put the link up in here in just a seconds. But again, we won't be long here. Thank you guys out who, if you're watching the live stream right now or you're watching a pre-recording, do appreciate your support here. So yeah, so I'm going to try to share my screen here. Let me see here, right. Yeah, right here. Let me see. And boom. All right. Get this dude out of here. All right. So yeah. So basically, I'm going down a run list of everything and all things D23. Everything announced from Marvel, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Avatar, Disney parks, and more. So for the first thing we had here, that was announced was that we got going to Marvel Studios was Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, right? And this was a big property that everybody's been looking out for, and everything like that. But director Ryan Coogler showed an exclusive scene revealing the international um, community is after the country's supply of vibranium in the wake of King T'Challa's death. And Dora Milaje, Wakanda's all-female special forces unit, isn't going to let it go easily. Though the movie hits theaters in November 11th. So it was a quick scene that they showed D23. What Angela Bassett was there, and it was the scene where we saw in the trailer of her at the UN and everything like that. But basically, the whole premise of that scene that was shown there was basically saying that even though the death of the child might be great, that Wakanda can still survive on his own. Now, some people have some negative backlash about that, whether they're saying, oh well, maybe that King T'Challa, that now that the man is gone, that we as women, we don't need him anymore and stuff like that. But I mean, I try not to, again, I know things have been very controversial the last few weeks and everything. But that's no here or there. But the next one we had here was actually Ant-Man and the Wasp, right? And we had it, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, that kicks off Phase 5 of the Marvel Universe, and it'll be premiering February 17th, 2023. And they showed an exclusive look at the film that showed Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne working with her parents, Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne, along with Scott's daughter, Cassie Lang, to explore the quantum realm. Now, just for I know for you guys, wasn't really a big fan of D23 in terms of I'm a big fan of Ant-Man the Wasp, but again, I was feeling that this new iteration they're having for Marvel going into Phase 5, and now having Ant-Man being kind of the center point with Nick Kang with Jonathan Majors. Hopefully, looking forward to that. But again, I'm like, the first two Ant-Man films, I was not really that big fan of it. But hopefully, what we've seen from this one, this will be a new stepping stone for his character. But yeah, but going into that, it basically the scene was just nothing different from what we saw from the footage that was showed back in Comic-Con. And what they were going over was talking about Kang talking to Scott Lang, saying, you're an Avenger. Have I killed you before? And basically kind of giving that dynamic of uh, of saying that he's actually looking for something and probably needs Scott Lang or Ant-Man to steal something from him. Whether we don't know what that is, but we do know it's confirmed that, which I'll go through later in and the rest of the show, that Loki season 2 also has connections to Kang, as well as from the first season of Loki season 1. But again, going to a lot of things, just my overall thoughts of D23, of the things that were actually presented. That I was actually pretty disappointed, low key. I was like, there was a lot of things that I felt was a missed opportunity for Marvel. It was a missed opportunity for Star Wars, especially. But with things that they were doing, again, a lot of things were not really, I think, were planned thoroughly. I don't think they were actually just trying to basically just give us actually new information. If anything, Comic-Con was actually the big event that they had for everything. But I was really disappointed in terms of what they announced, because it wasn't really nothing as a fan for you actually to jump off from. There wasn't a lot of content other than what we already knew. We already know, right here, I can show your screen right here. We already know about the Secret Invasion. We already know about Ironheart. We already know about Echo and all these other characters and stuff like that. And again, they just didn't really do a good job in terms of displaying the new content and actually rumors of what we were kind of expecting. For example, there was no Fantastic Four announcement. There was no announcement other than who's going to be directing Fantastic Four, which is the director of WandaVision. But again, there was no announcement of what of who actually going to be the members of Marvel's first family, the Fantastic Four. So again, it was like, was it going to be John Krasinski? Is he coming back from his portrayal as Reed Richards in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness? What was was there rumors of other actresses who's rumored to be playing Sue Storm? We have no idea. This film is coming out in 2024, and we're about to get into the end of 2022 into 2023. And I just thought that this at least kind of give me something, to just jump off from. I was very, very disappointed. But again, one thing and I want to go back and shout out to the people in the comments here. Shout out to Jenny Marino. Shout out to Jenny. Hope you're doing well. And shout out to Wally in the chat. Good to see you, man. Shout out to Wally. But yeah, man, I thought that was just like, I was just really kind of just disappointed in terms of what they were displaying in terms of content in this in the announcement they were making. There was nothing new. Nothing happened. There was nothing actually I guess exciting news other than really the Thunderbolts, which we'll get into later. But again, well, after the announcement they talk about with Ant-Man and the Wasp, this confirmed that for Fantastic Four director will be WandaVision's director Matt Shockman, who was officially revealed to be helming Fantastic Four, which opens in theaters in November 8th, 2024. But yeah, that's what the announcement for that is. But again, now I wasn't a big fan of WandaVision. Some people say that might have been their favorite show in terms of Disney. In terms of Marvel Disney Plus, for me personally, though, I thought it was a good show. But again, they're left a little to be desired in terms of content and being a 9-episode storytelling format. And now you can see currently with She-Hulk that She-Hulk is basically trying to learn the lessons they have from WandaVision, trying to give it a more stretched out format. But again, still there's issues with She-Hulk and how still rushing in terms of a serialized narrative for that character. But again, that's what they confirmed for that Fantastic Four. After that, let me see what's here. Yeah, there's a new one. Captain America: New World Order. This is actually the other big news. We're saying that Tim Blake Nelson, last you've seen him from the Incredible Hulk, a film back in 2008. He's been confirmed that he will be coming back as the leader. Which you guys don't know who the leader is. He basically the green character from the Hulk lore and everything. But again, we saw him in Incredible Hulk back in 2014, back in 2008. So now after almost 17 years later, here we are. And so I'm actually really happy that he's coming back. I thought he was going to be the villain for She-Hulk. That's secretly going to be the villain. But again, we still have a remaining episodes coming back. About I think we're about to go to episode 6, which is at episode 5 recently though. But again, presumably he's going to be facing Sam Wilson, Joaquin Torres, and Isaiah Bradley from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series will be back, as well as also the new addition of Israeli superhero Mossad agent Sabra, who will make her MCU debut, played by Shira Haas, and she's actually a mutant in the comics. So this movie is scheduled to be coming out in let me get this here. Yeah, that's right. Captain America: New World Order. They'll be coming out in May 3rd, 2024. And that will actually lead into the Thunderbolts, which we'll get into in a second. But yeah, I was not to me, I was a fan of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Again, the whole Isaiah Bradley storyline was my favorite part of that series. But again, I still think that what now putting the new Captain America or the new American Eagle, which people joke around calling it. That's what I think. That's probably what they're gonna do, and might probably be best for the character to actually step at his own as Captain America. But and then at the next one we got here, I'm gonna make sure I pull this picture up here. Let me pull up this picture right here. Copy image address here. All right, there we go. So the next announcement we got was a big one, which is now we confirm being a film, which is the Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts right here. Let's see, right here. Right there we go. Yeah. The Thunderbolts lineup has been revealed, and it will be by 1 second here. Sorry. By Valentina Allegra De Fontaine, with also the character Ghost, which you can see here on the left right here. You can see also Red Guardian, David Harbour coming back as Red Guardian from the Black Widow film. Also Black Widow Yelena, played by Florence Pugh, coming back. And also, we got Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes is coming back. Sebastian Stan will be coming back as a fan favorite character, as well as U.S. agent from the Falcon and a Winter Soldier series. He was also the temporary Captain America before Sam Wilson took up the mantle, and also Taskmaster from the Black Widow film. Now, I'm gonna say this: I am not the biggest fan of the Thunderbolts. For guys who don't know what the Thunderbolts are, they basically a rip-off kind of version of the Suicide Squad, with their Marvel's version of Suicide Squad, and Thunderbolts was basically a derivative of the name of the Thunderbolt Ross, who is the character from the Hulk that's been hunting him down, the General. But unfortunately, the actor that plays the Thunderbolt Ross in the MCU, he had passed away. So I think they're probably just going to do this as honoring of his memory, and use Valentina as the new leader of that show, or of this new lineup. And but shout out to Information Man in the chat. Thank you, man. Respect you, man. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. But again, I still think that with this lineup, one thing that, if any of you guys know from the comics, I was very surprised that's two characters that's missing. One, you have the main big villain from the Falcon Winter Soldier, which is Armin Zola. Armin Zola is not not Armin Zola, is Zemo. Zemo's is not in this lineup, when he's actually a predominant figure in the Thunderbolts team in the comics, right? So it's a team of heroes and villains, or anti-heroes as well. And Zemo, I felt, was being positioned to actually be a part of Thunderbolts, which is this whole thing why they kept him alive in the Falcon Winter Soldier Disney Plus show. But again, I thought that was very interesting that that he's not in this lineup. He might still be in the film, we don't know yet. But again, I just think that if you look at this team, this roster, it's basically a team of super soldiers, because you basically have four. Technically, you got Sebastian Stan, who also got a super soldier serum, Winter Soldier. You have Red Guardian, which is basically the Russian version of Captain America. Then you got the American ripoff of Captain America, U.S. agent, and you have Taskmaster as well from Black Widow film, who her ability is basically that she's basically can mimic the people that she's fighting, right? So, but basically, it's just a team of super soldiers, right? But shout out to, thank you guys, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. But yeah, I was just very surprised that he's not in this. Also, another thing, having this type of team, which basically is supposed to be like the anti-Avengers team, where's your muscle? I understand you got Red Guardian, who's like the biggest one, but the big character we thought, Abomination, who's currently in She-Hulk, is not in this lineup. So I thought that was very, very interesting what they did, not adding him into this film. Again, like, there's basically a team of spies and super soldiers as well. But how that dynamic is going to be in terms of this film, hopefully we left to be explored. It will be directed by Jack Schreier. And will hit theaters in July 26, 2024. And it'll basically, Captain America, New World Order will immediately lead to this film of the Thunderbolts. So yeah, and that's the lineup going into for 2024. Now, the next property we have here. Now, let me make sure I get my lineup right here. Right here. All right, the next one here is the top left corner you got here, which is a Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night is actually going to be the first ever for Marvel, which is basically a Halloween special. It's going to be a Halloween special for Marvel that they're going to be doing on October 7th. That's actually in a couple weeks, actually. But yeah, it's going to be the first MCU Halloween special, and it'll hit Disney Plus on October 7th. And we had our first trailer of this particular series coming out. And now it's very abstract. It's kind of shot in this kind of like 1940s type of look and everything. But again, Werewolf by Night, for those of you who know, he is a werewolf in the Marvel Universe. But it's actually the comic book Werewolf by Night was the first appearance of Moon Knight, which we had a series that came out earlier this year. And this was also basically speculated about whether we're going to have certain characters coming back in this terms of supernatural part of the MCU. It's been rumored that this project called the Midnight Suns, which is basically your supernatural Avengers team in Marvel Comics, which consists of Moon Knight, Blade, Ghost Rider, Punisher, sometimes Doctor Strange, and possibly Werewolf by Night. So again, this is what we'll hopefully see some Easter eggs of this these characters in this, because we have Blade. Mahershala Ali is confirmed to be this be confirmed to take over the role as Blade in his upcoming film. But the only tease we got of him was his off-scene voice of him in Eternals, and we never seen his face. And some people probably didn't know he was actually in the damn movie. But again, we're still waiting to see what plans they have for Moon Knight, what plans they have for Blade and everything. But this is the closest thing we got to with this new Halloween special, Werewolf by Night. And again, it will be premiering October 7th. The next one we got here is Ironheart. Ironheart right here. You see here, bottom left. So Ironheart, for those of you guys who don't know, we have an upcoming film later in November, which is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, right? And it's a character that will be introduced called Riri Williams. Riri Williams is going to be, she's basically a black woman who's studying MIT, where she basically create her own Iron Man suit. And she becomes a hero, called, known as Ironheart. And so she creates her own Iron Man suit and armor and everything, but she's going to be premiering making her MCU debut in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. But she will be getting her own series, which will be coming later next year. But when in the Disney Plus panel, that one of the things that we didn't have was we have Anthony Ramos debuting as Parker Robin, the character called the Hood. And the whole premise of the show, and what they was actually promoted to us, is that it's basically be a show dealing with the dynamic between tech versus magic and doing battle with each other. Anthony Ramos is going to be playing the villain of the called Parker Robbins, known as the Hood, and they're currently shooting this show right now in Atlanta right now. So, but there was no really footage of this show or anything like that. But we do know that Ironheart will be making her MCU debut in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever later in November. Now the next one we got here, and shout out to you guys in the chat. Shout out to We Unlock. Thank you for stopping by. Trash can. Yeah. Which, by the way, I'm also, before I'm gonna get into concluding in this video, I got another topic which we're gonna get to, which I know, Trash Can, this is just for you, but yeah, and shout out to Nathan Rada. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to L Nixon, the voice of reason. Shout out to you, L Nixon. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Okay, so the next one here we got here is, let me pull up the screen up here, is Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion is actually a comic book storyline in Marvel, where basically focusing on the species, alien species known as the Skrulls. Now in the MCU, they made their debut in Captain Marvel. I only saw that movie once. I'm not sorry. But the characters, the Skrulls are basically shape-shifting aliens, where basically, they can transform anybody they want, right? And now the whole comic book storyline in Secret Invasion was that they infiltrated most of the people in the Marvel universe. They infiltrated the government. They infiltrated some heroes that we probably already know. And that's the whole dynamic of Secret Invasion, of like, oh, they've been around this whole time, and they've been impersonating characters you thought this whole time were the actual themselves, but really they're secretly Skrulls. It was surprising, though, that it was announced that it was going to be a TV series instead of actually a movie, because you could make this as Avengers movie if they wanted to. But again, what they decided to do is make this a television series, and have the lead character being Nick Fury. Nick Fury, Sam Jackson, who's been coming back. He's been playing this character since 2008, and he's still going. But one thing we also got confirmed was that James Rhodes, Rhodey, played by Don Cheadle, Roar Machine, he will be coming back in this series as another character as well. Before we get into a different series, which I'll announce next. But yeah, Secret Invasion got its first trailer revealing a faction of shapeshifting Skrulls who have been infiltrating Earth for years. Nick Fury and James Rhodes have to do something about it when the series hits Disney Plus in 2023. So again, yeah, there's no confirmed date on when the actual day will be released, but it'll be coming out sometime in 2023. They had the trailer that came out. There's nothing really, I won't say really for me personally exciting. It's just new, kind of making a more espionage, type of show. But again, having this character Nick Fury. Basically, we've been told that we're going to see another side of Nick Fury, which we've never seen before. Which again would be very interesting because we've seen this character for so long. But again, there's more areas of his character to be explored. But again, this show will be premiering in 2023. The next one we got here, as you see in the middle of this icon right here, is Armor Wars. Armor Wars will be pick up where Secret Invasion left off. As I told you, Don Cheadle will be in that show, and he will be leading this show, Armor Wars, right? So Armor Wars is basically promoted as a War Machine style story, and basically a 6-part series, and it'll start shooting next year. And the whole comic book storyline of Armor Wars is actually that that in the comics that there are people that are trying to get Tony Stark armor and use it for for evil and stuff like that. And then Rhodey basically come in for the fruition of trying to get that armor back. So basically, it's a war over the Star Tech of the Iron Man armors in the Marvel universe. So again, there's nothing much to be explored because again, we still have to. This is coming sometime later next year. They'll start shooting next year, but probably get either a late 2023 release date or early 2024 release date. But again, I think as we see more content, more shows being moving forward, we'll start seeing Easter eggs and more storylines being tied to them. Now the next one is actually a big fan favorite is Loki season 2. Loki season 2 hit theaters actually not hit theaters. Will hit Disney Plus in the summer of 2023. Ke-Huy Quan, who also is the short run in Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom, and also he played Wayman Wong in Everything Everywhere All at Once. He came back and he actually will be part of the show, and basically he'll join the cast. They showed a trailer basically hitting the show, be visiting a bunch of different time periods as previously in the first season, and basically the scene basically picks off where season 1 finale left off, where Loki is in the TVA after we have Jonathan Majors been a variant of himself, but this show is going to basically bring in Kang and everything like that. So again, Jonathan Majors is here to stay in the Marvel universe, and I'm really excited about him playing different types of characters of the version of the same character. I think that'd be very interesting for him as an actor. He's one of my favorite actors right now. You guys have not seen him in Lovecraft Country, please check out that show on HBO Max. But again, this show will be hearing Loki season 2 will be premiering in summer 2023. Okay, so the next one we have here, you see in the bottom here, is Echo. Right here, Echo will stream on Disney Plus soon. It has not really gotten a official release date but they did give a trailer basically exploring this character. Now, for guys you don't know who Echo is, go back to the show Hawkeye. She's a character. She's basically a Native American character. She's also deaf in real life as well, and I think she has one of her legs I think is missing as well too. But she does have ability, like she's an assassin and everything like that. But the big thing about it is that she's actually the adopted daughter of Wilson Fisk, Kingpin, right? And Vincent D'Onofrio, he appeared in the last 2 episodes of Hawkeye, and basically leading into this show Echo. And basically we thought he was presumably dead in Hawkeye when she shot him, but that's just a part of the storyline. And what we got reports from D23 that Wilson Fisk will be wearing an eye patch, basically recovering from his wounds from the Hawkeye season finale. But again, yeah. No, she's a beautiful woman. But it'd be a Native American actress, and this is basically giving a story. I guess another character for representation. Just as we have another character with another show being announced who has a disability as well. I do like that Marvel's kind of exploring different avenues, different characters with these like actual disabilities, but then yet also having using their disability as their advantage in combat. So I really like what they're doing. I did like the character Echo, but there wasn't that much for me to draw to her as terms of me actually being attached to that character. Like, ooh, I want to see this character next, right? And but I had no negative opinion about her either. So I'm really interested to see what they have for this character in the role. And this show will be premiering soon. No confirmed release date, but again, Wilson Fisk, Vincent D'Onofrio will be coming back. But now the big one. Now going into we have speaking of Vince D'Onofrio, he basically stood on stage when everyone left, and he said, "Are you going to talk about my show?" And also in the back, someone, Charlie Cox, came, "Don't you mean my show?" And he came on stage basically talking about the show, Daredevil Born Again, right? And it's going to be first from Marvel. They're 18 episodes on Disney Plus, so that will be they will start shooting next year. There's no scripts that have been confirmed yet. There's no confirm of the director of this series or the showrunner. And there's still some unanswered questions about whether this is a continuation of Daredevil from the Netflix show, or is it more of a reboot or anything like that. But what we did get confirmed that Charlie Cox, when he was interviewed, that he was saying that this is a new imagining, new beginning, hence the title Born Again, right? And as you see, this is the title. Let me move here, right here. Yeah, Daredevil Born Again, right? Now, interesting though enough is that this I'm hoping that they're just using the title Born Again as just of him being part of the MCU and having his story being developed instead of actually adapting the Born Again storyline, because that's basically what season 3 of Daredevil from Netflix was based off of. So with his mother and everything like that, if you guys have not watched Daredevil, season 3 or any of seasons of Netflix Daredevil, I don't know what you guys doing. It's still it's on Disney Plus now. They removed it from Netflix. Is now all the Netflix shows like Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, The Punisher. All of that is on Disney Plus for you to watch. But please go watch Daredevil on Disney Plus now. The previous shows, if you have not watched it yet. But again, this is a very highly anticipated show. Well, my anticipated shows, but again, 18 episodes. That means for almost about 2 to 3 months, we're going to be having content of Daredevil be talking about episode by episode, and I can't wait for it. So I'm really excited for that. But again, one thing we do know is that it won't be long until we see Daredevil again, because he's currently going to be making his debut next week on episode 6 of She-Hulk. If you've seen the current episode, they teased him at the end of the show. But yeah, Charlie Cox will be coming back as Daredevil in this current She-Hulk series, and they give a little clip of the upcoming episode of them taking down goons and everything like that, and him working with Jennifer Walters' She-Hulk. But I was very excited about seeing his character come back again. But again, he will be making his appearance on She-Hulk next week. But again, I thought that Charlie Cox, his performance, he had from his cameo in Spider-Man No Way Home, but now having his relationship with another lawyer within the MCU, I think it's going to be very, very exciting to see that dynamic. But again, that's conclude basically all of Marvel's Disney Plus and also theatrical announcements, right? Terminated. All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. All right. Thank you guys for moderators though, for keeping the chat now. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate your support. But now, big one here. I'm not even gonna talk about this now, because this was really disappointing news for me. I know you guys. My name is Jedi Mike and stuff like that. But again, I was just very, very, very disappointed to see that Star Wars. It was a missed opportunity. Yes, we got confirmation about the new Mandalorian season 3, which will be coming out in 2023. Again, not much information. I am excited for season 3 of the Mandalorian. But before I even get to Star Wars, let me just talk about this for a minute. With Marvel, I felt again there's a very big missed opportunity about what they were trying to explore with terms of announcing Marvel Phase 5 and 6. Because listen, there was no announcement. Yes, we got an announcement of the Thunderbolts lineup, but again, there's no announcement of Fantastic Four, no announcement of Deadpool season 3, which we know is confirmed to be coming. We know that Ryan Reynolds is coming back. We know the director of Deadpool season of Deadpool 3. We know it's gonna be the director. I think forgot Adam McKay. I think if I'm mistaking that name. But he directed the Adam Project. He directed a bunch of other films with Ryan Reynolds recently, and I'm looking forward to his how he's gonna handle the Deadpool property in the MCU, in which it will be confirmed to be rated R. But no announcement of that. No announcement of X-Men other than the animated series of X-Men 97 coming back. Right? No announcement of, hey, who's playing Professor X, who's gonna be Wolverine, all this other stuff, right? Which I understood that maybe that that the making any type of X-Men announcements would have been a little bit premature, depending on what they were gonna do. In terms of like this, there's no confirm of any X-Men movie as of now, but we do know that there's some slots that are open. That are open between Avengers Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars, and also Fantastic Four. Whether those are new shows or whether they're other properties that they were just trying to wait to announce. Okay, but again, there's no new announcement that we got from it, so I thought that was a big missed opportunity they had. But again, it could be coming to a point, maybe as a fan, that we're just getting spoon fed a lot of things to a point that we become needy and almost entitled of like, well, I want more. But yet they gave us more. Look what we got here, But again, is it what we wanted? Not what we know. That might what we want, not what we really need. So again, I think that yeah, like I do believe people's like frustration, like there's no new X-Men announcement or anything like that. But again, we just gotta wait a little bit more longer. I don't know how long. Whether they put some, Easter eggs other than what they did with Miss Marvel in the Miss Marvel series. Oh, I totally forgot about one, and I'm glad I actually didn't forget it on purpose. But they did talk about the Marvels, which is the Captain Marvel sequel. Again, I really did not like the first Captain Marvel film. I only watched it once. And I don't regret it. However, I am a fan of Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel's show. I also was really a big fan of Monica Rambeau on WandaVision. Shout out to Tiana Paris. She actually just announced that she'd be having her first child and everything. Congratulations. But again, she Tiana Paris and Aman Vellani as Miss Marvel and Monica Rambeau, they're the only reason why I'm watching this damn movie. I don't care. I don't care. I don't really give a crap about Brie Larson, her character. I have no issue with Brie Larson as an actress, whatever. I think she's really talented. But again, I need to see footage. I need to see more stuff that actually make me um more interested in terms of her character and everything like that. And now that the Marvels, not Captain Marvel 2, the Marvels, which now you have three people who don the name Marvel in their name or something like that. Hopefully it'll be entertaining and stuff. But yeah, there wasn't that much. Really not much for really to take from this. Other than that, we do know that the premise of the film is that if you guys have seen Miss Marvel, the show, that they at the end credit scene, Brie Larson popped up, and there was like one of her bracelets where she teleported. The whole point is now that like all three of them are linked, where like they're switching places with each other, right? And then one of the scenes was that Kamala Khan is right in front of Nick Fury in the space station, in Sword space station, whatever, and saying, "Hey, can I join the Avengers?" And that's really all we got. From her character. So other than that, we do know Miss Marvel, the Marvels will be coming sometime in 2023, I believe, and we'll be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I think that will include all of Marvel announcements. Nothing new about Avengers Kang Dynasty, other than recently today they announced that the Ant-Man and Quantumania writer will be writing Avengers Kang Dynasty. We do know that the director of Shang-Chi will be directing Avengers Kang Dynasty. So he will be directing Avengers 5. But in terms of Avengers Secret Wars, there have been rumors that Ryan Coogler, director of Black Panther, will actually be helming that project. And that'll be very interesting if they're able to do that. I think, again, he's a talented director, but putting him on a scale of an Avengers movie, if you can handle Black Panther, but put that in a different dynamic of Secret Wars, that'd be very interesting. And in terms of what the title of Secret Wars and what it entails, in terms of that property, you have a lot of possibilities of what he can do with that film. But again, that's going to be a cluster, a bigger than Infinity War, bigger than Endgame. So hopefully, if they want to put it with a trusted director, yeah, Ryan Coogler, I won't see no issue having him helming that project. But again, that concludes terms of Marvel properties. In terms of Star Wars, there was nothing much really other than talking about what was it? Mandalorian season 3. Other than we know about the concept of Mandalorian season 3, that they're going to be going back to Mandalore because Mando revealed that he has taken off his helmet, and stuff like that, but nothing more. Hold on, sir. Let me see here. There we go. There we go. Let me get here. I'm Shoka streaming already. For those of you guys just stopping by, thank you guys for sticking with me. I appreciate y'all. I do appreciate y'all. Yeah, so there's the properties that are Star Wars that got announced, right? So, in terms of Star Wars, this is the content that they announced and what we already know, or Lucasfilm, I should say, right? So, we gotten we do have Indiana Jones 5. We had Harrison Ford come back, and this definitely going to be his last outing. We've been dealing with this character for over 40 years now, so it's almost time for an end. But hopefully, I want this film to be ending off on a good note for his character. And as for being better than Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull with Shia LaBeouf. But yeah, that'll be hopefully be a better um outing for him in terms of his character. The next one, again, we mentioned Mandalorian season 5. Mandalorian season 3 that's been announced will confirm to come 2023. We have also confirmed that Bad Batch season 2 will be coming back. This is the Clone Wars spinoff series that's been coming up of a ragtag team of clones, of dispatch of deformed clones. We do have confirmed that the Ahsoka series will be coming in 2023. I'm very excited for that. One thing we have confirmed with the Ahsoka series, though, they have confirmed the actor for Ezra Bridger. I forgot the actor's name, but they have confirmed that Ezra Bridger will be part of the series along with Sabine. And there's a quick shot of footage that they revealed from the show, and we see a quick of them looking at the mural we saw from Star Wars Rebels, the series finale, of all of them together and everything. So it's continuity, and they're building up to it. Hopefully, the return of Ezra Bridger. And but again, I'm really excited to see what Rosario Dawson have to do with this character. Again, I really like her performance in the Mandalorian and everything. I thought she played Ahsoka Tano very, very well. But again, the next one we got here is Willow. Now, Willow is a property that I'm not really a big fan of. Have not seen the original Willow, so I don't know much about this other than they will be coming out with a show on Disney Plus sometime in later this year or 2023 as well. But So yeah, I don't know what the original Willow is, but that's basically what is asking for though. But the one thing though, the other show I'm gonna leave the best for last for this one because I have all these properties. One of them I'm actually really looking forward to, but the next one here is the Skeleton Crew. The Skeleton Crew, which is basically almost a Stranger Things type of plot within Star Wars of taking of a character played by Jude Law and taking a ragtag team of younger people into and through the galaxy and stuff like that through different situations they run themselves into. But again, that's really much about what they have done with Skeleton Crew. Nothing really much about that. But the next one here is Star Wars Tales of a Jedi. So this is a short series, and basically, Tales of a Jedi is basically I think it's about 6 shorts of basically the origin stories of certain Jedi and also potential Sith as well. We're going to see the origin of Ahsoka Tano. They also talk about they're going to be diving into Qui-Gon Jinn. And in the trailer that they revealed to us, they showed also Count Dooku when he was a part of the Jedi Order. And I thought that was very interesting. Again, seeing that in the Clone Wars format as well. They still have the same animators from the Clone Wars series be doing this project. But again, the Tales of the Jedi, we'll be seeing different origin stories of certain characters that we have not really developed through. So like the Count Dooku story, I'm really looking forward to that one, but also Qui-Gon Jinn as well. We did see like a baby Ahsoka Tano as well and her species and stuff. But again, that's really much from Star Wars Tales of a Jedi. But yeah, so after that, I think that's much here for terms of Lucasfilm and Marvel. Before I get into the next one here, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, comment, like, and share, and let me know what you guys thought of the topics we covered here. Before I'm gonna end this show, I want to talk about one here. You've seen the title of this thumbnail here. One of the things that have been announced throughout Disney was a bunch of things. We got announced a Mufasa movie. Mufasa, the Lion King, right? They're gonna be doing a story or like a prequel movie of Mufasa, how he became king. That'd be interesting. We do have other shows. They've got this Disenchanted. They got a new Pixar or Disney animation film called The Elementals and stuff. They confirm Inside Out 2 as well. But the big one here that's causing a lot of controversy, this for us as Black people, is the Little Mermaid. Yes, Little Mermaid, y'all. You knew I was gonna. You knew I was gonna talk about it. You know I was gonna talk about it. But I want to talk about Black Ariel, Halle Bailey. Let's talk about it. So, um, the first trailer for Halle Bailey portrayal as Ariel in the Little Mermaid um, came out, and a lot of controversy of her character. Obviously, her being a Black woman playing this mythological character, and I'm just haven't really gave my thoughts about it though. I'm gonna leave that right here. So let me just talk about this. I think there's a lot of things for us as a lot of things for us people talk about us as these characters, like as Black people. We want to have original characters. We want to have original characters. I get it. I get it. Right. But again, one thing that I want to make it very clear that this being a mythological character, this wasn't the first time that we had a Disney princess that was originally supposed to be originally white, and now she's a Black woman. Guys, have you go back to the days? I'm old enough to remember this. Impossible. That's right, Brandy playing Cinderella, right? Whitney Houston playing the fairy godmother, right? That was ingrained in our culture. You have not heard about the impossible, impossible, impossible. No, this, come on, come on. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Black people. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, but she's been receiving a bunch of backlash from the trailer. If you guys go to the trailer, look on YouTube right now. There was a bunch of dislikes of her of this little like 30-second of a 30-second clip of her singing, a part of this world and all stuff like that, but again, you see her with her red locks in this, in this role here, as you can see in this, and right here. And I gotta tell you, first of all, Halle Bailey is a beautiful woman. A beautiful woman. Her and her sister, Bailey sisters, if you really don't know, Chloe and Halle, they're basically Beyonce's proteges and stuff. But this is, I think, is a bigger issue we got talked about, is that one, she's a singer, right? And she's a very, very talented singer, right? If you can do that, then I'm like, really, what you are, what you look like doesn't really matter to me. But again, this whole trope about basically, look at her eyes. Look, she has a very exotic look about her and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, and I think the way they're trying to do her hair, trying to animate her locks and stuff like that, to me it looks good in this shot here. I think I got another one here that's probably with better lighting. There we go. Yeah, so you can see here though, I to me personally, I mean, I don't see what the big fuss is about, but I think it's a bigger thing we need to talk about this as Black people, right? We want to have original Black characters and stuff, but again, this is a mythological creature, and the backlash we're getting, of this, of this movie, to me, I think is completely unacceptable, right? Now, I do think it's a bigger issue with Disney for the foresight. Talking about, listen, y'all, name, what was the one movie we've gotten that we have a Disney Black princess, right? Just name me one. Oh, I'll wait. See, trash can, you tripping. Matter of fact, I'm about to bring you up. I might bring you up. Matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, this show is about to take a turn. Hold on, let me hear. Let me show you. So y'all, I asked you a question before I bring somebody up. If you're willing to, you don't have to, man. You don't have to. But name me a Disney. Yep, there you go. You already said it, right? You already said it. Princess and the Frog. Right? Famous, Are you ready? Are you ready? Right? All that stuff, right? The famous, fairy tale of a beautiful princess kissing the frog, Prince and the Frog, and then he turned him into a prince. Well, because we got Negroes in the film now, guess what we gotta do? Black woman as a Disney princess? We can't be having that. We can't be having that. No, 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 no. What we gotta do? We got turning this woman to a fucking frog. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. Yeah, we had an opportunity to have a nice Disney princess all her her glory and stuff, but guess what, and now people think they think if they see me raging like this, the first thing that probably comes to their mind is
emotional damage.
and it might be true. It might be true, but listen, you mean tell me that out of all the Disney princesses, we got Mulan being a bad samurai, and we make a man out of you, right? They're trying to they're trying to anyway. I'm not trying to make that argument right now. We gotta turn this woman to a fucking frog. Why? But now we got Ariel. So now that we got Ariel, we can't be. We have to be. No. Everybody's raging over this. Where were y'all raging at Princess and the Frog? Yes, I understand people want to have ties to New Orleans, but where was the rage for that? Do you know that, listen, and the projection of the image of black women, do you understand that either we are portrayed to be, in terms of sexual property, animals, or stereotypical angry people, right? That's the image we got to give of black women in media. Fuck that. It is a whole system thing what they're doing right now. Think about this. But now we got a woman who's a creature, a mythological creature, right? Beautiful. No, now I've been seeing people making an argument about this. About talking about there's a lot of saying that we need our own, right? Exactly, Wally. We need our own. And I do believe we need our own. But again, in terms of I'm talking about the outrage about this, right? Do you guys outrage when we have we have basically these white you ever seen the movie The Gods of Egypt? The Gods of Egypt. I want you guys to look at this. Chadwick Boseman actually was in that film, rest his soul. You had all these white people playing these Egyptian gods. Egyptians were not white. Y'all need to stop. But no outrage. No outrage. Now I'm seeing all these memes of people doing AI. They're doing artificial intelligence of changing Ariel. I'm like, it's like, like, are you serious? Again, it makes absolutely no sense. It's preposterous. Hold on, let me bring this up here. Let me bring up these memes, all the stuff they've been doing. Little Mermaid memes. Look at this foolishness right here. Right here. See this? Hold on, let me move this right here. See, I prefer the real Ariel. Perfection. All this stuff. You see this? It's crazy. Right, I'm seeing all these people doing let me pull up the here. Before I'm gonna bring up a person up here on the panel right here. I'm not gonna be up here long though. Let me bring up Wally. Wally, how you doing, man? Hey, you're muted.
I can't believe I forgot that. Okay, yeah, what's going on, Jedi?
How you doing? How you doing, man? Yeah, you say you want to come up talk about the topic?
Yeah. So I mean, look. To your
Come
fair
on.
point, you're right. She is a mystery. She is a mystery. She's a basically a mystery being, right? So it shouldn't really matter, right? But for me, I always say it like this: for whatever you said, further you said it to be, let it be what it is. Don't be mix matching stuff. Like that's just my thing.
Explain.
All right, perfect example. If Captain America was a white man, let it be a white man, right? Same thing with multiple different things. I mean, yeah, for comics, but for Marvel, I guess there's different universes. I guess we can always switch it up depending on the different universe, so it doesn't really matter. But just overall, if the bigger draw was him being, this dude, right, in particular, that mean you would literally would make him be that person.
I get you that. But also, do you have an issue with Wally West being black? A
Honestly, I
long
never really.
pause.
No, really, no.
A
Let me tell you why.
long pause.
Yeah. Whatever.
Long pause. Listen, it's okay.
You would throw.
It's okay. We got badass
You would
characters,
throw.
right?
You would
No.
throw.
No. You know what? You can't overtalk me. You can't overtalk me. That's that bullshit. You can't overtalk me.
That's that bullshit.
No. That's the problem. You modern men, you don't know when to listen.
I am not
No.
a modern man. What the hell?
I'm joking. I'm pulling Kevin Samuels.
I
No. So yeah, you had issue with Wally.
I get your point. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I get it, right? If you can't find the right person for the job, hey, it is what it is. So you just got to find that right fit, right? So, hey, I can't blame you on that part.
Are you okay with Black Superman?
Of course I am. Based upon how the way they designed him, hell yeah.
So why not? So again, why? So what's the issue with Ariel? And I'm not posing. Listen, you're not cool. Whatever this. I'm just proposing this argument up here because as a film fan, talking about this is that we had this controversy years ago when she was announced, right? Years ago, before the pandemic, and now here we are again when the trailer just came out and everyone's surprised about the backlash. And I'm just like, hello, we already went through this. We got Black Tinkerbell coming out. Peter Pan with Yara Shahidi.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yara Shahidi. You know about this? We have the film Pinocchio. Matter of fact, let me get a picture right here. Oh
Lord.
Man of the hour. Man of the hour is here. Hold on 1 second. I'm about to bring this anyway.
Of course. Trash can't pay for the smoke.
There we go. I came up. Y'all got a problem with AI? Y'all got a problem with the AI, the race swapping AI? Y'all don't think that's a good idea?
Listen, what you have to say?
I think it's a perfect idea to have AI that can race swap characters. That way, everybody can pick the character that they would like to see. If you want a black Mariel, aka Ariel, then you get your Mariel. If you want a Latina one, you get one. If you want one that has some dick and balls, and you want a trans, because this is the first trans Disney princess. This is the first trans Disney. I don't know if y'all realize that, but she transitioned into a person with legs and then a person without legs. I'm just letting you know.
This is that shit.
You can be whatever you want her to be. I bet you if y'all had the option to watch Ariel swim around with some dick and balls, y'all pick the dick and balls.
Oh, hell no. What crap? What crap? What buffoonery am I listening to?
Expand to pop. Hey, y'all can be silent on it if y'all want. Y'all already know.
Go on your own on that one. I'm sorry, bro. And
So,
plus,
okay,
I thought Ariel was human after the fact.
Well, okay, so right there, she's gonna be human again. You already know her character and everything like that. But my point
He
is, well,
transitioned back.
so because this is the thing, there's a whole trend going on right now. We got this, we got the Woman King coming out. We got, we have a black fairy godmother in Pinocchio. We got the black Tinkerbell coming out. So like I'm just saying, what's the issue? We got
I'm
Black
blame,
Captain America.
I'm blaming Michael Jackson because if he didn't come out with that damn
Oh,
Wiz, if he ain't come out with the Wiz, we wouldn't be having all these issues now. That was the first problem. Now the Wiz was a good movie, all right, but they done took it too far now. They done took it too far. Hey, it works both ways. If y'all want to race swap characters, it works both ways. So when that new Lion King come out with Mufasa's backstory, if he's played by a white guy, y'all got to accept it because it works both ways. Y'all can't get mad.
What crap?
You know he was a black lion.
So listen,
You know
I
the
want
voice.
to know. So I want the knowledge that Simon Hectic's in the building, man. Simon, how you doing? Or just Simon? I'm not. Simon, are you there? By the way, this is the AI thing we're talking about here.
What the
You
fuck?
see,
Play the video. They did it. They did it good. It was an actual video that came.
yeah, with copyright. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, but this is the AI we're talking about that they're doing. That they basically try to make her skin white. I just don't like.
Oh hell no!
And to give y'all some backstory, soon as the scientists who created this lovely display here put it on Twitter, they kicked them off of Twitter, and they kicked the person who retweeted it off of Twitter too. They kicked all of them off Twitter. What's wrong with that? Come on.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, but Simon, can you there? You're muted.
That shit.
Yo,
Yeah, he's dead now.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I
What?
see your pictures on the IG. God damn. You starting profiling?
What do you mean my picture on the IG?
You starting profiling?
hey, my brother, I'm sorry for your loss.
Trash, don't do that.
I'm sorry for your. I can't say I'm sorry for your loss. It's a big
What,
loss.
what are you talking about?
The Queen.
Oh, oh.
The crumpets.
I done forgot about her already.
Yo, get some soap in your reception before you start talking about our queen, God.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You
I
don't
love the
know.
Queen.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. What the
No,
hell?
you don't. No, you don't.
She's a lovely old lady.
Oh, stop it. Come on.
I don't like her son.
What's
though.
your
Her son
What's
is
your
ridiculous.
lovely old
Your
lady?
whole name is Trash Can Waves. So what are you talking about?
Well, no. So okay. So I just want to ask your topic. We were going over stuff for D23 though, but it was talking about the Black Ariel, and I wasn't going to be long though, but I just get your point, and I'm going to end the show. But yeah.
Yo, what it is we've got to recognize why they're doing this, right? So it's not only the Black Ariel, it's everything, like in terms of like media, full stop. And if you've noticed over like last couple of years, there's been a whole thing where it's just like, you know, every Disney character or whatever like has been in a transition from white to black. You know, so why are we putting up a black Little Mermaid all of a sudden? You know, so that's what it is. It's just, you know, and why I say this is because it's like what Barack Obama said was, which was really poignant, was that the next generation is not going to understand or know that there was a black president. They're just going to take it, you know, and that's what it is. It's like, really, the next generation are just going to understand that that's normal. Like, so there was no fight. There was no building. There was no discrepancy. It's like that couldn't just happen. It was just like there was a black president. Okay.
Y'all full of crap, man. Yeah, y'all saying race swap it don't matter. Y'all saying race. All right. We got a movie coming out. Black Panther 2 is coming out. Picture Black Panther coming out, and we all know, rest in peace to my man because he passed away. But picture Black Panther coming out in the opening, and they got somebody in the Black Panther suit whooping ass. And then after he got finished whooping ass, he stopped and he took his mask off. And underneath the mask was sanitated. Y'all would be very upset. Y'all would be very upset if they race swapped out Black Panther like that after he died.
See, that's that bullshit for me right there. See, that's bullshit. Trash can. Let me tell you something. You know how long they took for them to actually perform Black Panther? Think about it. They could have been did that long time ago. That was the damn case. What hell are you talking about?
I was upset even watching G.I. Joe when Snake Eyes took his mask off. And I thought Snake Eyes was black this whole time. Black Ninja and the Black Man. At least Asian.
Snake Eyes. Don't you dare.
He's white man.
It don't work like that.
Oh my God. You know what, Jen? That's where.
See, on that note, y'all. See, on that note, that's where I'm like, I appreciate y'all for coming, but like, I'm going to end the show respectfully. I mean, I was gonna end the show anyway.
No, Jedi, don't do that.
I was gonna end the show anyway because I can't. I'm not staying here long. No.
He got school in the morning.
No,
Jedi.
No.
Monday.
Jedi is gonna be the next president, and I said this from bang. Like, you don't know.
Wait,
like
what?
you playing with these. Look, Jedi's gonna be the next president. You don't know that shit. Like, for real.
He might be the next king.
Not for real. Like, he is
Jedi
gonna be the next.
system.
I said that from
Don't
bang. Look, I look. You can say what you want to say about me, but I'm telling you, Jedi is gonna be the next one. He is gonna be the next one. Like,
the force is strong within you.
Don't join the system.
2037.
Don't join the overlord.
Place your bets. Place your bets. 2037. Place your bets. I swear to God, Jedi is going to be the next one. He's going to be the next one.
I appreciate it, man.
As long
I appreciate
as the old
y'all.
people get out, then we can talk about that. Until then,
In 2037, in 2037, Simon's liver is gonna give out from all this alcohol he be drinking. That nobody see him drinking.
Yo,
his liver giving out in 2037.
Your liver's gonna give out next year.
Looking for a liver replacement.
No, I did. No, I appreciate it, man. Because also, I want to highlight this comments here. It said, "Welcome back, Jack. Good job on the last show for show Broken Dusty. Good way to end the series. I hope it can come back." I appreciate y'all, man. Like, seriously, and I seen the show was a good run, but again, it's not like, oh, you never see us again and stuff. We're just in a transition phase, all of us, Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, no, but it's I call it the metamorphosis, becoming our real selves.
Who we was meant to identify as.
Yes. No. No, y'all. But yeah, I thank y'all for stopping by here. Though I will be I will be ending up the show soon, but I will be giving an announcement that I will be coming back during weekly live shows. So on the side from me doing movie stuff, I will be doing other things, the topics, we're kind of related to what Broken Dusty was kind of doing. But now that we have that avenue open now, because JB's like preoccupied, I at least want to keep that space for us as young folks to be hopefully where you can find us on a platform. We can talk about intellectual stuff in a well-mannered thing, and actually start diving deeper and on some bullshit. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. I appreciate y'all, and make sure you guys subscribe to any of the content creators that have been on in the chat and also on the panel right here. on the road to 500 though. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And guys, I appreciate y'all. Until next time, I'm gonna drop everybody off here. I'm gonna go here. See you, Wally. Thank you, Trash Can. Simon, I hear you, man, and I know you're a man, your word, and I literally have that written down. Thank you, man. Seriously, appreciate you, man. Here, so there we go. But yeah, but again, just shout out to also the moderators here was helping me out there for this show. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, but till next time here, let me get here. I'm struggle streaming by myself. 1 second. Here we go. All right, so I'm Jedi Mike, and this is the Movie News Show. Peace. We are out.
Is there anything you want the fans to know or any last thing you want to say to them before we get to see this series tonight?
This is where the fun begins.
Hold on. Okay.